Heed my call. The God of Highschool was a show I first watched back in 2020, and I was instantly blown away. The animation, the fight choreography, the power system, the characters, everything. It was just so cool to me. Watching it made me think that I too wanted to make something like this to capture the emotion of God of Highschool. So hey, I'm Kasami, and I've been animating for around 5 years now. The God of Highschool and JoJo's Bizarre Adventure have been two huge inspirations for me. Ever since I started animating, I've been recreating the fight scenes from JoJo's, God of Highschool, and many other animes. And now I finally reached a point where I feel confident enough to put my talents to display and commit to making a game. But I can't do this alone. That's where Lazy comes in. Lazy actually invited me onto this project in the first place. We met around 2 years ago working on a JoJo game, and since then we've been making games together in the dev scene. Lazy handles VFX and recently scripting, while I focus on animation, have been learning GUI design and sound effects on the side. Together, we've spent the last 4 to 5 months building a game that we're calling Charyeok. We finally reached a point in our game where we're excited to start showing everyone what we've been working on. Charyeok is a God of Highschool inspired game focused primarily on player versus player content. Right now, our goal is for the game to be roughly 60% player versus player and 40% player versus environment. For the player versus player, we're planning to include multiple game modes inspired the webtoon, along with a variety of fighting styles and borrowed powers for players to unlock. On the PvE side of things, we're planning to add bosses and enemies that reward unique drops, allowing players to strengthen and master both their fighting styles and borrowed powers over time. Our game will have a progression and level system implemented. We want it to be mainly player versus player to level up, but with options and other ways to level up through the environment and defeating enemies. One of the biggest things we want to emphasize in this game is the difference between genuine fighters and Charyeok users. Genuine fighters are fighters who rely entirely on their own martial arts and skills to win. Borrowed power users, on the other hand, gain their strength from powerful gods in the form of Charyeoks, giving them access to completely different abilities and playstyles. So far, we've completed Yumira's Wolguang sword style, along with our base combat system, and we're currently working on Han Deiwi's Kyokushin Karate as the next fighting style, with Jin Mori's Renewal Taekwondo after that. At the moment, our combat includes parries, blocking, vertical and horizontal dashes, a 5-hit and 1 combo with a knockback finisher, an aerial attack, critical attacks, and a unique rush down follow type move that helps close the distance or extend combos after knockback. The combat is already feeling pretty solid, but we know there's still room to improve. We're always looking for ideas to make it feel even more unique. So if you have any suggestions, we'd love to hear them. Our project has gone through a lot of trial and error over the past few months, and we've learned a ton along the way. Now we're finally at a stage where we're ready to share it all with you. If you'd like to help out with our game in any way, such as developing, testing, providing feedback, or even just following along with our progress, then please join the Discord linked in the description and in the comments. We'd love to have you there. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next devlog.